Hey guys, Greg with BTOD TV and BTOD.com. In today's weight capacity comparison, we're taking a closer look at the Uplift V2 product versus the Fezibo. Now, both of these desks have significantly different weight capacities, with the Fezibo product being one of the only products we've ever tested with not only a static capacity, but also a dynamic capacity. Typically, there is only a dynamic capacity given for these desks, as there isn't an issue having more weight fixed than there is in motion. So with that in mind, we're going to be taking a look at three specific weights that we'll be testing. The first is the 100-pound capacity comparison. Next, we'll be maxing out the Fezibo product, which is 194 pounds static and 149 pounds if we're in motion or dynamic. That includes the weight of the surface. And then finally, we'll be maxing out the Uplift V2 product at its max capacity of 355 pounds. But because that is significantly beyond what they recommend for the Fezibo product, and we don't feel comfortable putting that much weight on the surface, unfortunately, it won't be able to be included in that fun final test. With that, let's go ahead and get started with the first test. Before we go ahead and jump into the first test, let's talk about our setup. As you can see, they are slightly different than what we normally run. For the Fezibo product, we required 3 cinder blocks. That's because this surface is only 17 pounds. Now, each desk is evened out at the 100-pound capacity, so that will be our first test. And we're gonna be looking at really how this desk moves, both desks actually, when they go from a sitting height to a standing height. You wanna take note how the desk performs with the various weights tested. With that, let's go ahead and get started with the first test. For our second test, we'll be maxing out the first product, the Fezibo product. This is a max capacity of 149 pounds. We also have the Uplift set to the same weight. Let's see how each desk performed. For our final test, we'll be maxing out the Uplift V2, which has a max capacity of 355 pounds. As I had mentioned before, unfortunately the Fezibo won't be able to support this much weight. It has a max static load recommended of 193 pounds. We've overloaded the desk off camera, and because of the design of the two-piece top and the thinness of the top, we aren't comfortable going to the same capacity as the Uplift V2, just from a structural standpoint. So what we found though when we were overloading the desk is that it doesn't have overload protection, and so you are able to still run the desk up and down with a significant amount of weight over their max capacity, not only dynamic but also static. So what we've got set up here is the static load 193 pounds. So we're gonna compare that to the max capacity of the Uplift V2 at 355 pounds, so you can still get an idea. And you also wanna be conscious of this. If you do go with the Fezibo product, it's going to be tough to know where that number is, and it's not a very large number, so you'll definitely wanna be conscious of that. With that, let's go ahead and start our final test. Hopefully you found this weight capacity comparison of the Uplift V2 product versus the Fezibo helpful in your process in finding the next best standing desk for your weight capacity needs. I think it was obvious through the testing that the Uplift V2 product was much stronger and more consistent through all of the weights tested, and it was a much quicker product overall as well. Just seeing both products in person, the Fezibo product is a light duty product, something I can actually personally pick up and move around myself, so I wouldn't expect this to be a very good heavy duty product, and I wouldn't recommend it if that's what your needs are for your next standing desk. If you like this video, help us out, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of our standing desk content. Thanks a lot for watching.